pretty damn good. I mean, my reaction to that Pangolier, like you're saying, we've seen it lose quite a lot, not just today or in this series, but through the tournament, hasn't looked particularly top-notch, and it's a last-pick Pango. I guess the coin flip between like Pango and Void Spirit, Comfort there, gonna come out in the end for Erase. Gonna feel more comfortable on the Pangolier. We'll see how he does as he gets himself into that mid lane against young G. I mean, there's ways for this Invoker, you know, play around with Cold Snap and Tornado and stuff like that. And piss off the Pango, get up in his face. Erase should be able to rotate decently. I mean, Rolling Thunder with this low cooldown is always so nice. You know, every minute and a half you are just fight ready, basically.
This hero is still super annoying. Whenever he gets the Fusel Blade, burns 160 mana with full Swashbuckle. And you get it between 10, 15 minutes, depending how good of a game you're having, how many small items you're buying. Techie's bottom. Lil.
Did they see him? They did, right? They're pinging
They
out
did
the
see
ward.
him.
So he placed down a courier sniping ward, which is going to get de-warded. Yeah, there we go, Vengeful Spirit. That's exactly what's up.
Solo XP for Venge.
Lovely.
We've seen what Venge can do. Solo, level 1, Blood Grenade, Wave of Terror, and then she's going to be hitting level 2 much faster, so if you're going to be body blocking the camps as techies, you need to be careful. That
Absolutely,
XP that you got from Observer Board will get Venge to level 2 pretty quickly.
Especially adding a Morphling and throwing Adaptive Strikes and getting on top of you with that hefty right-click damage. Scary stuff. Pango going to come out into this mid lane. Wex already there for the Invoker. So going for that cross-Wex, early tempo. It's all about space. For Kami's Faceless Void, you need to extend this game. Get him into that late game period where Void flourishes. Similar story down at bottom. King trying to shift into strength. He stepped forward there. Quite aggressive as Lil and Lays lay it on thick. Vengeful Spirit not able to bodyguard and trade as effectively as she would have liked.
King has no HP whatsoever, but it is Morphling. Nightmare for our observers to keep track. It's like, oh, Morphling's dropping low. You better watch his lane. But the top lane, one of the reasons why I like Faceless Void against Mars, he uses any of his abilities and you time walk that damage. So they need to heavily commit, and of course, ability to get outside of the arena.
And Pugner looks like he's trying to play on that left side of the lane. Doesn't want to get caught down near the crystals with a sticky and a potential Firefly once they hit level 2. Non-stop irritation down in this bottom lane, though, as Lil just launching projectiles over and over again onto King's Morphling. 7-2, though, having a pretty damn good time. And just looking at the CS board. Oh, the blast off down bottom. Forget the CS board. It's all about kills as Lil and Lays get first blood killing King.
Yeah, something that we said we want to see Tidehunter picking up Gush early on, just for the extra kill threat, and they do have it. Techies was always good against Morphling because of his fog jump. You don't see him, you want to play on low HP, you get surprised by its stun before it even had silence on top of it, so long duration silence. It was quite obnoxious for Morphling.
That was ridiculous back then. Top lane, Mars, 1 HP. They burn the Pugner down. The blood grenade thrown in the last dying breath. Gets the takedown on Mars, so at least a trade there for Klee.
Kami's pretty happy about this one. He gets solo XP. Doesn't get the last hit, but gets some solo XP as well from farming these creeps.
But yeah, what I wanted to point out, that CS board, I'm kind of curious how it's all panned out. Pango 13-6. The Invoker was 3-3, but I guess there was some kind of double wave situation where Invoker has now caught up a little bit through last hits under tower. But Pango definitely taking a significant lead in that middle lane already.
Difference. If this was old Invoker, when Quads gave you HP regen, that would be much different. But now he needs to invest into smaller items, some extra tangos, extra regen. He's buying Bracer and might need to bring an extra set of tangos onto Courier.
Just ghost walked.
Yeah, trying to regen up and Yeah, not very effective. He's gonna miss a lot of CS, but
not a great spot to be in. Right, if we see a rotation into mid, that Invoker could die pretty swiftly. Contest of the pool down bottom. Tide and Techies really making life difficult here for Yellow Submarine. As things do start to even out, we had that pack of 3 Radiant heroes at the top of the board. Now it looks like the Dire is starting to farm back and get the job done. Is that a Radiant Observer board? It does get killed off. Vengeful Spirit, the blast off.
Oof.
Up on the high ground, doesn't land properly onto the Venge.
Okay, it's shorter than you think. Well, now he needs to TP out. That was definitely a kill. Venge is now level 3. King continues to farm up. I was looking forward to see Vlad's build, but seems like Mars is going for the Vlad, so Morphling will pick up something different. Casual Morbid Mass, the old school Falcon Blade, Mana Regen, some extra sustain with that Morbid Mask, so all good.
Batrider being bullied by Kami. Not often we see a Faceless Void just step up there, ignore some creeps to go hit the bat. We even got a move from the Venge. 3 heroes top from the Radiant. Let's see if that wraparound can pay off, because they've left the Morphling alone. Does survive against the sticky bombs and move in from Techies. The top lane is the go onto Kami. Faceless Void speared and slain. Vengeful Spirit with a play into the top lane gets the double kill here for the Radiant team, with one more hit from the bat and a double there for Rue.
Yeah, what a move from us, the core. He goes and goes through the gates, leaves King alone. Lane was pushing in. It's Morphling after all, so he's going to be fine most of the time, unless Lil can surprise him with another blast off. So 2 kills. Rue gets to deny on himself. No XP for anybody. And goes back into triangle to try to stack some more.
Yeah, just build things up for yourselves. You know that King is going to be leaving this lane once he's got that life still going. He's fully sustain himself back in the jungle. Blast off is there from Techies with a gush and some damage, but King shifting into strength. And Pugner down. Erase finds a kill elsewhere on the map as King looks like he's backing up and healing enough to survive.
Rue had to give him back his bottle. So Race almost back to full mana, backpacking everything. Using his bottle real nicely. Lil. Oh, he tried to snipe him with Blood Grenade.
Just pixels away from doing it as well. Good attempt. Yeah, I mean, Lil still got it. He's one of the old school players. Still showing he's got the tricks and skills. Yeah, just leaving King alone down here. Oh, 7 minutes is coming up, and you see the Venge and Pango walking past the courier to go towards the Wisdom Rune. Lil's Techies didn't expect the Pango to be arriving so quickly. 7 minutes hits the Invokers here, but the Wisdom Rune already grabbed and bottled. Venge does die to Young G, who moves in to get a bit of retribution, but that's double Wisdom Rune for Yellow Submarine. Pretty big deal.
They're fine with that trade. The Venge got XP for both of them, which brings her closer to level 5, not 25. Seen a lot of 25s today, some long games and yesterday, but Pango picked up one, so that's going to be a huge boost for him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Rue did get spotted there, placing that Deep Observer ward. Pugner and Faceless Void are going to know exactly what the Batrider's up to. 8 kills so far, about a kill a minute, but it's felt like quite a slow tempo game. Everybody getting their farm on. And game 3 in a best of 3.
One of those drafts that can't really make moves. It's more about team fighting later on. The only one who can do it is Invoker. Young G has 2 Urn of Shadows, so Cold Snap, something to proc it with.
Oh, but the Arcane Rune for Erase. And Techies and Kami. Get a good amount of damage in off this Pango. And the Chrono EMP is there. Should be able to secure this kill. Vengeful Spirit level 5 throws a magic missile, but now might die herself. Tornado and Ice Wall drop, but an arena's good. Time walk out. Kami escapes. The spear on the Techies will get Rue a dominating streak on this Batrider.
Gets him to level 5. Kami, first Chronosphere usage, they get a big kill. Because we said, like, their heroes are not that good at rotating tight. So he doesn't want to do it. He wants to sit in the lane, pressure the tower, get the farm for himself. Pugna position 5, who is really under-leveled. Level 3, only 9 minutes.
Oh, man. That's a rough one. You lose out on the Wisdom Runes, you lose out on that XP. And he's getting dived now as well. Poor level 3 Pugna. Being pummeled down. Faceless Void also speared up. Beautiful execution out of this Mars. Ignoring the Pugna for a second just to finish off the Void. The Venge, another rotation top, makes it all pay off. And this is without your 2 main cores, right? No Pango, no Morphling, just the trio. Up at top, getting the job done.
They are really stabilizing their lanes. Pango having a really great time. Morphling on top of the net worth. Mana boots, casual bracer. Erase really loves his casual bracer on Universal Heroes mid.
I'll just buy it on everyone. Why not? Tank up a little bit.
Null
Okay,
Talisman
we're
needs some loving.
Oh, yeah.
That feels very underwhelming. Bracer for the laning stage, very good. Raid Band as well, later on. Raid Band's like, hell yeah, minute 25.
Do you not think that Null Talisman had its patch, though? The Storm Spirit 6 Null? A ridiculous patch for like a 6-month period.
Yeah, but nobody's buying that
No,
for a good
not
reason.
Pretty garbaggio right now. Pugna, you have been pinged. Spotted under this observer ward. So they saw this top jungle ward be placed. Dire had a ward there first, but they still haven't dewarded it. And they're getting caught out by it. The vision given over on the Pugna gets them a freebie kill. Klee come in with a Kami Void. No Chrono, just going to go in with the hits and the bashes, trying to deal with the Mars now, but a good swap out. Blast off in, and Lil helps secure the kill. Pugna for Mars, well worth it for Klee, especially if they can get a bonus here, as the Vengeful Spirit has been left stranded by the squad. Give Kami some juicy kills, bonus net worth, thank you very much.
Yeah, some decent kills handed to them on their side of the map. We've seen Klee play same type of Dota yesterday, where they were unable to make the moves. This is much better, don't get me wrong, because they had Templar Assassin TB, and they were unable to play aggressive, so they just kept farming and let enemies come to their side of the map, force a fight, grab a couple of kills. Now at least they have Faceless Void, they have Ravage, so they can pressure, just not right now. It's going to be more of a reaction to what Yellow Submarine is doing rather than them smoking up and going for a kill.
Someone give this Pongo some XP. He's still level 4. Sit mid, my friend. Get closer to level 6.
He's trying. Young G is on the hunt. Mars knows something is up.
Yeah, a purple player pings the top lane. Knows what's going on, and the counter smoke is coming from Yellow Submarine. Pango's going to join the crew. They see Kami. Straight up swashbuckle. Time Walk Chrono. Land it on the Pango. Swaps there, though, from the Vengeful Spirit. Rolling Thunder being used as they try to catch up and chase. The Flame Break going to push the Invoker back in and grab him up. Young G. Spear doesn't land, but doesn't matter too much. Killed off, and they wasted Chrono too, so quite a lot of expenditure from Klee with no return.
They were so ready for this. Good swap. It was a nicely placed Chrono. Catches 2 of them, almost catches Vengeful Spirit, but yeah, their damage is lacking. Tide, as we said, he needs the TP rotate, doesn't want to just sit somewhere. This is not a Meteor Hammer Tide, so can't pressure. Oh no, not Pugna again. Leave the Scaly Man alone.
I guess they just never saw that ward get placed. Like, Dire had this... Yeah, Dire had this ward first, right? And then Radiant...
Yeah.
Look at it. Radiant Batrider came across, placed it. This ward has got them like 4 kills. Klee just unaware that the vision is there.
They've been busy trying to get level 6s on their supports. Stacking right now on Lil. That's why XP Rune is so important. If it gets snatched, your laning stage didn't go too well. Now there's a big difference. Bench almost level 8. Your Pugna still level 5, so his deck he's just got 6.
You are so far behind. Yeah, a lot of catching up to do. Still one of those games, you know, Klee kind of wanting things to extend for this Faceless Void to scale. Invoker going back into the hand of Midas. as of course he is wont to do. He'll start scaling himself and get back into the exort points. Marm into Maelstrom for the Void. Kami given a bit of freedom up at top. Just the Pugna trying to hold on to the lane there. Do as best he can to get level 6. 14 minutes into this match. That's some scary stuff on the Radiant team. Batrider halfway to Blink. This Mars has the Vlad's a double bracer. Tanky fella. And able to play forward with the bat here. Lasso comes out with the Blood Grenade and the Firefly. Kami's Faceless Void. Wanting to trade blows and a great Arena Spear. Can they finish him off? The decrap and the jump out. Gets Kami away from danger. They needed just a little more follow through and they might still find it here.
They needed one swashbuckle.
The swash is there connecting. Kami now topped back up by the Pugna.
Yeah, that Pango needed to be there slightly earlier. Would definitely be a kill. Lace has Blink Dagger available on Tide. Deciding to go Blink first, which I really like. I think they need some kind of initiation. People are running away from the fight, so he can try to set it up. Problem is, Kami doesn't have Magic Stick, doesn't have any mana, so till the end, we'll need to drain him.
Oh, Pugna walks in here, tanks a couple of spells. Vengeful Spirit didn't realize the Tide and the Techies were coming in as well. And Raze, Rolling Thunder, just walks past Young G, doesn't want to push him to the low ground, instead guarding the Bat and the Morphling, who turn around and kill him now. Ravage does clip the Morph, but the Pango and Mars able to circle around and kill the Pugna. 2 for 1 in that mid lane as they guard their tier 1. Quite a few ultis being spent.
I was watching Kami, what he's doing on Faceless Void. Tries to get there somehow, has no mana whatsoever, so he might just pop these Healing Lotuses in the top lane. Very low mana pool in general. No stick, no nothing, just like one casual raid band.
Yeah, pretty hard for him to get involved. And he's being chased back as well. Pango and Venge. Radiant Vision just off to the right of the Void, so if he swings east, he's going to be spotted, and look at that damage! Oh! Oh!
They blow him up, DD Pango. One of each, one Shield Crash, one Swash, and he dies. This should reveal... Yeah, this should reveal the ward that they have on this side of the map. Like, a lot of the times you'll see a team placing observer wards in the outer ring and just going very aggressive, so... Somebody from the team needs to get rid of that vision. This is exactly where your carry wants to farm.
Yeah, somebody's going to start dewarding. King. He's going to see this coming now with a sticky bomb thrown at him. The Morphling's going to understand. It's not just the Techies. It never is. There is a Tide. There is a Pugna. But I don't think those 3 in isolation can really do too much to King's Morphling right now. He's got Manta, a few 1 charges. Even saw the Venge there for a second. Sat behind. Ready to move in position for the swap. And now the rainbow of TPs coming down here as well. Really levying this position to try and defend the tower. Maybe even get a kill on the Pugna with a good swashbuckle. He's already at half HP. Batrider over the top with a Firefly. And till the end, he really has been the punching bag this game.
How many deaths? Oof, 8 deaths. His team has 7 kills. He's more than half of his team deaths as well, so... Try to buy time. Like, I can't really blame him. He has heroes that are super slow. Invoker also now going for bots as his next item. Arena misses. Not sure what happened there.
Ty just blinked away. Like they both walk into each other and Ty's like, nah. No, I don't think so. Does give away the ancient stack though. Looks like Mars and Bat going to clear through that with ease. Morphling King, of course, wanting his fair share. Takes a slice of the pie.
There's a tier 2 token. Pick it up.
Oh. Free item. Morphling doesn't care. Hey, guys.
He will take it anyway. It's going to be one of the supports not having... It's massive. Imagine you as a support, for example, Venge. Yeah, Philosopher's Stone, you can't farm your Ags, or it's going to take you so much more.
That's a good catch. Did they have the follow-through with the Rolling Thunder? No. Kami, he's out of that. Not quite perfect from Yellow Submarine. You could see it potentially layering together. With the lasso and the roll, and it wasn't to be this time around. And the frantic scribbling of Kami again. He loves drawing on the map, this fella.
He really does. He's no, just
Team, go here. Run down mid. Use your ultis. Cast your spells. Let me, as a Faceless Void, carry you through this one. They've got Chrono. They've got Ravage. D-Ward in the mid lane from the Mars, though, gets rid of the Vision.
This is the new build on Mars. Maybe you need one Bracer instead of two because you have enough mana from Vlad's Mage Slayer, Magic Wand. You're not going to run out of mana. And then, because you need to sell something right now in the next few minutes when you pick up a Blink Dagger, but he's extremely tanky.
It's like impossible to burst. If he jumps you in arenas, you pretty much have to stand there and fight. Well, Klee didn't find their opening in that mid lane. Looks like they're going to have to back up and continue farming. I hope Kami comes back and is in a good mind space here. There's
Coming
plenty
back,
of creeps to be
please.
farming. Bottom, top lane, going to be shoved out.
How's he doing? He's going for Yasha as his next item. Interesting. Maybe once S and Y against these stuns. Like usually you'll see carry pick it up when they play against hero like Axe, but wants to lower the cooldown. Look, the duration of Flaming Lasso, Venge Stun. I still think BKB is a safer choice, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
still can get lassoed, can get swapped out. But you, without a BKB on Faceless Void, very difficult to deal damage.
Raze just has so much freedom. Couple heroes behind him allows him to push hard into the tier 2. Mage Slayer queued up next after that diffusal blade for the Pango. And he's going
What
to
did
come
we
up and
say?
join the Morphling.
How many, Gary? We said
You said
3, max 4.
Yeah, you said
Okay,
3 or
seems
4.
like it's gonna be 4.
I don't know if I should laugh or cry at this point. You know? Invoker lassoed. Good grab. Again, this vision paying off dividends. Yellow Submarine not being dewarded as effectively as I think Klee should be, you know, on top of this a little better. You said it, these outer rings, the vision that they've seen being placed, they're not
Full
really,
duration.
Yeah. Not really on the mark with it. Pugna good wise TP out of there. Nearly got caught by the spear, but off he pops. Was that the tier 1 bottom going down 20 minutes in? Quite a delayed take.
Yeah, it really is. Morphling was sitting in that lane for a long time. King did not want to let it go. Almost has Kanda. This is going to be massive on Morphling. Kanda, Adaptive Strike, takes down half of your HP. And I see Shard. I really like Shard. You're playing against Tidehunter. Faceless Void, you get caught inside a Chrono, you can still toggle.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Uh-oh.
He's fine.
Bit of a Monka moment.
Rank 4. Come now, Lacoste. This is satanic. This is King we're talking about. Absolutely no chance he's dying to a Tormentor like that.
Yep, I remember. Who was it? It was a Bet Boom team during
Ramses.
TI. No, it was... who was their carry? Last TI, my brain just stopped working. But
Nightfall.
Nightfall, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, he died and one other guy died to Tormentor. This was the only time he died in one of those games. And they lost.
It was
the only death.
Do you remember
Muerta.
the ESL Birmingham, Ramses? I think he was TA dying to it as well. Yeah, we've had some moments. Lil getting rolled on. Let's see if he can blast off away from danger here, because a Raze, with the help of Rue, gonna lasso him up. Mid-blast off finds the catch with the stun. Good layering there from Yellow Submarine. Now building up this 9k lead, 22 minutes in. Start to think about Roshan and that big fight in the pit. Something that Klee could use to their advantage around the pit, and that kind of terrain, Chrono, Ravage, Invoker spells definitely become more valuable.
Tower is under attack.
They still haven't used, like, Ravage into Chronosphere. Nothing from Invoker. Saving it for the late game. Right now, Invoker trying to farm up his BKB. Ghost Walk will TP mid.
Double circle at techies. I like these little casual circlets we've been seeing. Yeah, Darkseer buying them, Techies buying them.
Universal heroes.
Yeah.
We get a lot of damage from it.
Good all-around stats. You're not afraid to just buy it and sell it later on. You're not losing that much gold, a couple hundred. It's well worth the investment. But here is Roche, easily taken by Yellow Submarine. I think this would have been an okay opportunity for Klee to come and fight, but I don't think Kami is in a position to say he's ready. 15k net worth on the Morph. Pango is scary. Just let the Radiant take the Roche, get them into a position where they can take tier 2s. And Dire really just focused on holding a high ground, holding their base for now. Don't let this game run out of control too quickly.
Dire thinking that they're going through the gates, but they are going for an obvious one. Another death of Lil. With 2 supports combined, they do have 12 deaths already. It's quite a lot.
Yeah, pretty painful. Pretty painful. Is King going to steal his Tormentor? Yeah, he's looking at it. Look at that damage. It's only 23 minutes in. We have a Terra thrown out as well. And there it goes. So Mars with the shard. That's a nice little bonus for him.
Needs to be careful. As Morphling, we've seen some... Like, the funniest thing will always be Cabal from Trusty Shovel or Untrusty Shovel back in the days where Cabal was your enemy.
The evil kobold. The red bar kobold. I mean, there's also Sunstrikes out there as well. King's got to keep himself out of Sunstrike threshold. Until the end, going to glimmer away from that top tier 1. So far, decent from Klee just to continue farming. Not allow this Aegis to take any vast swathes of land away from them. Even smoking up with a couple of their heroes on the Dire side. But a 4-man move, walking straight into the Pugna, the Void, the Chrono,
Catches none.
That's not good. Arena's decent now, and Kami in trouble. Oh god. Pops his Manta, in comes the Tide, but he's stunned up a freaking Ravage in time. Does get the kill on the Mars at least, but King, he just free reign. Move on in, look for young G, and beautifully done by Yellow Submarine. Klee in danger now. This is troubling times for the Dire side. This best of 3 might come to an end in just a matter of time. A few seconds left for King to keep on diving. Tier 4s doesn't care. Maybe he does now.
That's always the problem with big teamfight ultis. If you misuse them, if you're not getting anything out of it, you can't fight. For the next 2.5 minutes, they can't take the fight. Chrono doesn't hit anyone. Ravage comes in slightly late. Mars the only casualty pretty much. And yeah, this was the buyback on Pugna. He doesn't have the game. Only sitting at Glimmer Cape, 4,000 net worth, 25 minutes into the game. That's really, really low.
What was in? Was it Forge Spirits in the Chrono? There was 2 things in the Chrono, but they weren't Radiant heroes.
It was Pango Manta style. I mean, Illusion Rune, I believe.
Okay. Very, very unfortunate for Kami. And yeah, now a long period of time where the Radiant have pretty much freedom to do what they want. Tier 2s. Think about high ground. Pinging the Faceless Void top. Mars has spotted Kami there. We'll see if they can connect with the Bat and the Pango, who are swiftly moving northwards. Dire do scan, so Kami knows and sees and feels it coming. Dire Vision also watching the Bat Rider as the spear misses. Now the lasso, though, and the Rolling Thunder over the top. Damage coming pretty quickly, but a Time Walk away from Kami gets him distance. Reactive Taser on him as the Tide jumps in again. This is a little awkward for the Radiant, trying to bully into the Faceless Void. They need the Morphling to arrive quickly, but he got the Time Walk out. King turns and fights the Tide now. The move onto the Techie is the easier target. Swash him out, a raise on a mega kill streak, and Morphling. He just waveforms up the high ground, hey? Aggressive stuff from King. Nasty damage from the Morphling, but he can't continue without the control of his team. Klee lose the Techies. Gonna be happy with just that casualty. Pugna might be the second one to die. The 2 supports, not too bad, given how this game and this fight has been going. But there's just no way they're stopping King, and the Pango's diving in. Oh, dear.
Oh, he did disconnect. Second game ended because he typed GG. They were done, but yeah, seems like he wants to come back in this one.
Hope so.
King is still holding the Aegis for 55 seconds, and they can't kill him. He's in Faceless Void form.
It's just impossible, isn't it?
Probably wants to die here anyway. but they're causing a lot of troubles. They don't have the damage. Like Pugna having 0 game, techies. This is mech techies, so 2 supports who are super squishy. They die almost instantly. 1 Kanda, 1 adaptive strike, and you're pretty much gone.
Another one of these situations where, yeah, you're looking at King, the Giga Mega Grandmaster Morphling. Very, very scary prospect as he just dives past your tier 3s. BKB's up. Young G gonna get blasted down. A double kill there and no buyback available. But Kami, he's in with a chrono. Kills off the Venge. But then what? What's next? Absolutely nothing. Time dilation, run away. Morphling blasted, finally dead. Aegis claimed and mines are dropped. Tide and
Ravage in
Void
3
fighting
seconds.
into Mars. Ravage coming back up as the Morphling wave was over the top. Techie's dropping low. They're looking at the Mars to finish him off. Spear misses yet again, but Kami, the focus from King, changing over to the Tide Hunter now, considering what options he's got with the backup of the Pango. Only the Pango. Doesn't feel like he can continue fighting, but he can jump and morph into that Void form to try and walk away. Kami giving chase. Tide and Techies in tow right behind. So they defend their base, but that is really a massive statement from Yellow Submarine diving tier 4s.
Yeah, they went in super deep. They get punished for it. A couple of kills handed to them, but still, King, Morphling. It's always a pleasure to watch these good Morphlings, like what they can do. Tier 3 neutral items.
And a little bit of breathing room for Klee. He didn't lose any barracks, nothing drastic has happened. Morphling has lost that Aegis now. So we have that potential for chrono plays to really make the difference for Klee. King all alone top. Sends illusions forward. Middle lane, the grouping of 3, the Death Squad. Smoked up in behind the Morph.
They want to do something. They know there is no Ravage, no Chronosphere, so I want to use this opportunity. Sitting on top of Observer Ward, so King just got spotted. Disappeared from the map, so they should know the rest of the team is smoked behind him.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. The King just going to go high ground, though. Tide Hunter can try and slow down the push. Anchor Smash and the Gush. Oh, Bat Rider in on the Techies. Morphling straight towards the Pugna. Invis with the Glimmer Cape, though, and the Rolling Thunder required to finish off Lil. Tide battling back onto this Morphling, but now the Mars has arrived. The additional layers from Yellow Submarine coming into play to try and finish off this tier 3. The Glyph is out from Klee.
A lot of these games, they look like they're over 10, 15, 20k gold lead, but again, sieging high ground is so difficult. Multiple buybacks, some big team fight ultis, while the enemies don't have it on their side.
There's multiple glyphs as well, right?
Yeah, that's also the problem.
Glyph after glyph, backdoor regen kicks in, finally taken off by the arriving creeps, and now the
Big arena.
Really nicely done. The Mars clears out the Pugna. Tide in trouble as well. Decrept and saved as the backline Chrono focuses the Bat and the Pango. Kami trying to do what he can to keep Klee in the game. No, the roll up. Erase trying to get out of there. The Ravage comes out and the Pango is found. They get the kill. Kami trying now to move on to the Morphling. Gets the bashes. The blast off comes. King is gone.
He's doing it.
They defend their base. They push them back. They kill the Morph, and now they move forward onto Mars, but he has BKB TP.
That's what we said. One team does have more team fight. You have Invoker, you have Tide Hunter, and Chronosphere. So you land a really good Chrono onto 2 of them, follow it up, Ravage as well afterwards. Their heroes are like squishy, but supports are getting the items. Now you have Mech, now you have Glimmer Cape as well on Pugna. So Morphling, he tried to go for the backline 2 times in a row, and he gets punished for it.
And again, it's top lane. Radiant pushing top lane tier 3 and getting punished for it. So difficult to break high ground. No, I mean, no matter who you are, where you are, what you're doing, pushing high ground is a very challenging prospect. But what was the old, the Chinese proverb? Doesn't matter what your net worth lead is. If you can't push high ground, it's false. It's a fake net worth lead. 12k, 15k,
okay.
17k. Doesn't matter. You can't
Down
end
to
the game.
12k now. Invoker getting closer towards his Aghanim Scepter, so Cataclysm will be available with Ravage or with Chronosphere. Big items on side of Klee. you have, at least what I see being queued up, these are expensive items, but Scotty on Faceless Void, it's going to be massive.
And Techie's just got a couple of items as well. He finishes off Solar Crest.
Tower is under attack.
I thought I saw him buy a Pavis as well. Maybe I'm mistaken. Going crazy in my old age. And here comes Yellow Submarine. Round
It's full Solar Crest now.
23. Straight onto the Pugner. And the arena there, going to zone out the Invoker until the end. And taken out by the Mars and the Rolling Thunder, trying to crash in towards Kami. Faceless Void with another time walk. 14 seconds for Chrono. Tries to man to dodge the Rolling Thunder, doesn't get it done. Chain stunned, the Mars Spear takes him down, gone for 80. Does he have buyback at all? Anywhere near it?
Looking at the buyback status, no, he does not have it. Needs 2 gold. 1 gold, there it is.
So we will at least be able to return if they do push high ground. 30 seconds for Roche. Vengeful Spirit's waiting in the pit. Where is he? Where is he? It's daytime.
Bombs, oof. Oh. Quite a lot of damage. Third bomb definitely kills him.
60 HP or something. We're pretty close.
They want this Roche, but Aghanim Scepter almost completed on Yang Ji. This camp, 1 more Midas usage, and should be good to go.
Sunstrike. Scouting the Roche pit, and Mars says, I don't care. You can see what we're doing? Yeah, we're taking Roche. What are we going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. Easy as you like. Aegis for King. Roshan banner there. Venge picks it up. And through the Twin Gate they head. Where's the banner, Lacoste?
Where's the banner? Tier 3 tower, is it?
No, it's
I'm trying
not.
to find it. It's not. Okay. I thought you already knew the answer.
That's where it usually is. That's where I usually look, but I don't know.
I found it. Tier 2 tower top.
Ah, very good. Oh yeah, it's got a little green marker on the map. Well, even with this net worth lead for the Radiant, we still can't make any rash moves up to dire high ground. They've got to maintain the lanes, get themselves out on the map, and make sure that Klee are stuck back in their base. Morphling even making a sneaky move off to the right-hand side. They've seen the Faceless Void with that Observer Ward, TPing bottom and preparing themselves for a move onto Kami. Anytime walks off and TP's out, King not going to be able to find him in time. But a good sweeping move again. Up to top, push, into mid, push, and then regroup as 5 down bottom. Where they
Back
do.
to 16k gold lead for them now. Managed to get some kills. Taking over the part of the map again. XP Rune, Tormentor. Is there a hero that doesn't have Shard? Yes, it's King. And he will get it.
A pretty important one, like you said, against this Chrono. We're just going to wander up onto tier 3 though. Smoked up squad, not sat behind him, they're wrapping into mid. And King sidestepping Tornado. I think they expect this Faceless Void to be farming out on the map, but he's going to show himself in his bottom lane now, and they'll realize they can't go and hunt him in the jungle. He is waiting for a team fight properly inside this dire base.
Double Observer Ward till the end. Places 1 inside the base and 1 outside the base to see them approaching. They poked, they killed tier 3 tower. It's a lot of mines that Lil placed around the barracks, so can't really dive in.
Yeah, it's no joke.
He showed. Okay, Observer Board catching the glimpse of him. Cataclysm available. This is the big Wombo combo they're looking for.
Do they have enough to kill King twice, though? I'd love to have like refresher orbs up. Multiple rounds of spells would be really nice, but King He's able to get in, get out, kill the ranged barracks without expending too much. Doesn't have any... Oh, he's got Satanic now, huh? I was like, he doesn't have lifesteal when he's killing these Ancients. Maybe should have waited for the Satanic to come back, but... He's got it now.
This is 6-slotted Morph. He can still buy Aghanim Scepter, find a tier 4 item in 10 seconds, maybe replace his Power Treads, but yeah, he's almost fully jacked. Look at him. Level 23.
He's a monster. Lil feeling the full brunt of it. Tide has moved forward with Kami now, looking at this Morphling. King gets some damage in, but nobody really spending any big spells. Just a bit of back and forth. Some saber rattling from both of these teams.
Last tier 3 towers standing mid. Seems like they want to take it, maybe split them up a bit. Mars is in.
Mars. Hello. Spear onto that arena. Lasso, is it coming? Faithless Void, Time walks out, the Chrono there, catching 2. And the Cataclysm blows up the Batrider. King is in the back, killing off the Pugna though, and the Rolling Thunder trying to crash onto the Tide, but a great Ravage. BKB gives King the space, turns into the Faithless Void now, but with a real
He's
Void
alone.
invoking it by King is all alone, surrounded by dire heroes as Klee hold onto their base and kill the Aegis. Ooh, Yellow Submarine, a bridge too far. King in trouble now, tries to dive even deeper into the base, looking for kills, he gets 1 for now. He's finished off though, no chance of survival.
What a great team fight. I mean, this is what they've been playing for. This super late game Invoker plus Faceless Void, who's level 24 now, and also Ravage. I'd say Lace, he's been holding on to Ravages for really long, which I really like, because Chronosphere is down, he pops it afterwards, BKBs have already been used, and then he can have 2, 3, 4-man Ravages, depending who stays alive. And this is also a buyback from Batrider, so they basically killed every single one of them.
Yeah, just wiped them off the face of the map, and they don't get too much from it. They got ranged racks bottom, but that's about it. Now there's a minute window where Klee can come out of the base. They've got plenty of time to wait for Chrono and Ravage to come back off cooldown. And for the first time in what feels like 15 minutes, they're crossing the river. They're pushing into enemy tier 2s. They're on the Radiant side of the map.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, look at that swing. Yeah, geez, that graph. Plummeting downwards towards the dire side.
Oof, Faceless Void. We'll get level 25 from this. Backtrack talent. Also for the memes, I was testing out Bloodstone and like on each single hero to see like what can be used, what can be funny to play. Faceless Void with level 25 talent and Bloodstone. Chronosphere is gigantic. It's like you
Full
catch
map.
everybody. It's you're not getting out of that Chrono. Of
It's
course,
one
you're
of
gonna
the-
pick the backtrack talent, but
Yeah.
you know.
If you get to level 30. It's like if you're taking Roche and you're against this Faceless Void, you're like, yeah, you're getting bubbled. That's for sure. It really has felt like the past couple of days, this qualifier for Eastern Europe, the team that's ahead and pushing high ground is like disadvantaged so much. Like buyback advantage for the defending team, these glyphs, this ability to just keep on fighting over and over again, regen and fountain, go for multiple rounds. Just like the vision game, right? You talked about those wards the Pugna placed. Getting vision up high ground into the enemy base now feels very difficult for the aggressor.
Yeah, it does. That's why I was so surprised. Yellow Submarine won last game. They were so ahead. It's Luna. Like, we've seen Luna losing a lot, especially when she decides to push the high ground. But this Faceless Void, Kami is gigantic.
He's a monster.
So, does have enough to buy Disperser, saving the gold for now. He can also get Refresher, get rid of Mask of Madness, Power Treads, whatever he wants to. And yeah, so still 2, 3, 4 big items. Shard, Aghanim Scepter not upgraded. This Void is gonna become a huge problem. It already is, but it's only gonna get bigger.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, and a great thing here for Klee as well, they've got multiple ninja gears, so they don't have to rely on permanent smokes. They can just keep themselves hidden away. Tricks the cloak on the Pugna as well, so even more magic resist and invisibility to hide himself away along with his Glimmer Cape. And we're still looking at Yellow Submarine and this Morphling as being in an advantageous position, the potential to win another team fight and actually out-execute Klee. But I think the fate of this game pretty much rests quite firmly in Kami's hands. Late game Faceless Void, big old Chrono, still scaling capability to come with Aghanim Scepter and Shard and a couple more items to swap in and out. Roshan fight probably going to be the next big one, 2 minutes time. We know that for sure.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
You're also pushing into techies, so
Yeah.
that's always going to be difficult. Next set of items. If Tide gets Refresher, if Faceless Void finishes off this Disperser plus another item, I don't see them winning team fights anymore.
It's really challenging. Avenger's position has to be spot on to swap people out of Chrono. We've not really seen... we've seen good arenas, but the fact you've got BKBs and Time Walks and Ravages to counteract the arenas means Mars has been neutered quite heavily. Now he's kind of a Blink Hex bot.
Blink Hex bot.
Yeah, Blink Hex, go in.
Yeah, he also needs to use like Blink Hex as he did in the previous fight, plus Arena onto one target. Suddenly, the Cripify Glimmer Cape.
King on the high ground. Look at him unload onto Lays. Does get anchored up and forced to BKB already. The Morphling spending pretty hefty cooldown there.
Dire's
And
bottom
Klee
barracks
still in
are
position to continue pressing towards the Roche pit. 40 seconds to go. Yellow Submarine skirting around the right-hand side, just edging around the pit. Who's got vision here? So there's Dire Vision up on that high ground spot. Radiant Vision in the lane.
barracks are under
Wave of
attack.
Terror trying to give that little bit of info as Klee move in with Lays. They spot the Pango, he balls up, rolls away. The anchor, the ball and chain still dragged behind him.
It's so funny.
That's
to watch
great, I
that,
love
but
it.
someone needs to address this problem in the base. Melee barracks are dying. They're actually dead.
Are under attack. Dire's bottom
King
barracks
wants to do something. He's sending out those illusions. Might want to take a tier 3 tower mid
top tower
and then TP to his outpost.
Dire's middle tower is
Klee saying, screw it, we go Roche boys.
Roche
We've already lost bottom lane
is
of barracks.
up right now. That's Refresher. So Faceless Void with Refresher or double Cataclysm. They popped the glyph. That's their last glyph for now.
Yeah, that's Roshan for them. Yellow Submarine let them have it. Now, all the TP's coming back. Oh, look at Rue. He's
He
in there
picked up
trying to
two
stop
of
them
those.
TPing back.
He stole Roshan's
Get
banner
some-
and Refresher.
Cheeky fella. Yeah, while they're pushing high ground, now the retreat is on. Yellow Submarine getting the hell out of here. Kami, till the end, trying to sprint forward towards this Morphling. Kami sees him, but the waveform out means no Chrono. This Disperser, the Hex, the turnaround play, maybe. They don't want to commit for it. Knowing that he's got Aegis on his Faceless Void, Mars has left himself out in the open, isolated. I'm going to get found here by the Invoker, but a good arena buys him a little bit of
Tornado
time to dodge the
misses.
Tornado. Blink Dagger still on cooldown, though. Not able to jump away until now, where he can get into the tree line and maybe TP home. Shiva's guard. The Chrono comes. They get the kill on Mars, and he's got no buyback.
Okay, Chronosphere committed for this. Faceless Void does have 4,000 gold, but the nice play there from Batriders. Jumping in, Rue stealing Roshan's banner and also stealing Refresher. They don't have the best, like, Refresher. Sure, you have Mars. I don't know if Morphling wants to use it. Pango already has lower cooldown because of Octarine. Batrider, maybe if he has Aghanim Scepter, but yeah, probably Mars takes it.
Just a wild back and forth game. So what do we lose here? We lost bottom barracks, mid tier 3 and arranged. Dire gets that Aegis, so Void with the 2 lives. And his Dire base is like slowly but surely being whittled away at. But we're going to get to a point now where we cycle through buybacks. All we need is one big team fight, and that's where Mr. Faceless Void with his Chrono really does flourish.
Yeah, a bit of a Kale action for Yellow Submarine. But Void is gigantic. Satanic, I see Butterfly as his next item. Ninja Gear, holding on to Aegis. Teamfight is much stronger on their side. It's not even close.
Net worth lead down to basically negligible, meaningless. Nothing between them. Morphling now with a nullifier. He's sick and tired of these glimmers and Decreps. A lot of nonsense.
Tower has fallen.
DD rune down bottom, though. Oh, boy. I guess they don't have a bottle, right? So they can't bottle this. They're just going to have to... Maybe just defend it for a little bit.
Maybe. It's still up for a minute and 40 seconds.
Under attack.
Top
Techies
lane,
plant some mines
well,
around
top
it.
lane's pushing in. They're gonna lose range barracks.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Catapult. Launch those hits. Oh, the disarm, the deafening blast. Tide comes in. And they actually clear out all the creeps.
Damage has
12
been
HP.
done. Unhealable damage. Roshan's banner doing the trick.
Goodness gracious me. I guess they picked up the DD with a void, right? Oh, he did have a bottle. Where did he get a bottle from? Did he buy a bottle?
It's Lil's bottle, so he bought
Why
it
does
for
Lil
him.
have a bottle?
Hey, he bought it for him.
Just for this DD, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, he can keep the bottle up something else. Doesn't necessarily be like one-time usage. Like, oh yeah, give me back the bottle. Right?
Single-use plastic.
Gotta recycle.
A good spot for Klee to be in as well. Sat atop the high ground in their triangle. They saw the Pango. Showing that lane down there. That's where Kami is beelining towards. Clear out this wave. A lot of pings further down south. Mars and Venge. Gonna get run at here. Sunstrike to try and give a bit of vision. Kami immediately TPing up towards top. The Venge TPing out.
That's a nice play from Kami, and he's gonna get tipped for it. It's a long TP to an outpost. You have time
That
to
is
go
great.
through the gates. Like the timing is just better for the guy who's going through the gates anyway.
Dota2 is so great. Right. Buyback status. Probably the most important thing right now. Where are we at?
Only two
Mars,
heroes with no buys.
a couple hundred gold away. Bounty runes have just been picked up, right? 48 minutes. There's one down, if my mini-map is correct, there's one down in the bottom spot. Ooh! Kami jumps away from that Pango. Very nearly got the catch with the Rolling Thunder. Tied with a Son of the Vice now. Could be a difference maker in this next battle. Both these teams really at war. You know, don't forget what's on the line here. What's at stake. It is elimination time.
Disco time.
I was going to say disqualification time, but that's not accurate. That's not correct.
All right, time to
Potential
party, Gary.
qualification time down the line. Couple of series wins if they get there in time.
Oof, some spoilers alert. I just checked the bracket, and Klee Sonic, they did beat Navi.
Oh, really?
Okay, so they eliminated them. So whoever wins this series will be playing against Klee Sonic.
So we could have the Klee Klim
Again.
clash yet again. Goodness gracious me. Arena down. Vengeful Spirit going for the TP out. And the bashes come. So the TP's cancelled and Venge is gone. 80 seconds. Buyback 30 gold away. Jam on the deck. So the Venge should be back up in a matter of seconds if need be. But we'll see what Team Klee get up to because they've got to come back and defend top lane. That Roshan's banner causing some serious issues for this normal, natural set of lane creeps the Dire have.
So Tide getting closer to his level 25. I see a refresher. He switched his mind, decided to pick
Dire's
up
courier has
Sight
been killed.
instead of refresher, so that's gonna be even more control. Everybody has Shard on their team. Pugna doesn't. Okay, so they can still kill Tormentor, get some extra gold for the Skelly boy, who was not having a good time in this game.
Yeah, I mean, judging how like the lanes went, the wisdom runes and all that stuff early on, level 3 Pugna, what, 10, 11, 12 minutes into the game, all 4 techies. That seemed very, very rough, very resilient showing here from Klee in game 3. And probably now in a position where we wait for the next Roshan cycle. A minute and a half until fast spawn. Both teams going to be looking towards that Aegis and all the goodies he brings to the pit. His Santa sack full of wonderful prizes and toys. It looks like Yellow Submarine are gathering up, trying to de-ward and smoke with safety. They're not playing into any vision, so just relying on creep waves and what they can see naturally on the map. So they saw Techie's top. He smoked back to jungle. 4 heroes from Klee head down to that bottom right corner. I mean, Dire Ancient spot. The most natural place for the Dire to be holding right now. That's where the long wraparound line is drawn around by the Mars. And they decide not worth the risk of going into these weird, wonky spots. Just clear out mid, keep the waves pushing in, force Klee to come back and defend time and time again.
Everybody has buyback except Kami. Kami invested all of his gold into this butterfly. He's close to it, but they are going for the backstab. I don't think anything was on that courier.
I don't believe so, but look at this tide. A roll up already, the lasso comes in, the Batrider BKBs, but the damage is substantial. Arena down, the Faceless Void focused. The Ravage maybe can help him for long enough. Kami, no, he's dead and out. No buyback on the Faceless Void. Cataclysm's coming, but King with a triple kill. Shreds through Klee. They'll buy back on the few they have now, but the Morphling is unstoppable. The King
4
on
buybacks.
his throne, destroying Klee in the bitter end.
Oh,
4
he's gonna die to
buybacks, you're
mine.
right. The Batrider falls.
Oh, what a fight. This arena completely destroyed him, and Morphling had a free reign. He went ham. BKB, Nullifier also. You said that they've been struggling with these decrypified Glimmer Capes and stuff. They got nullified, and they straight up die afterwards. So 4 buybacks. I thought that Faceless Void will not have a problem coming into a fight without a buyback. You land the chrono, you get like 1 kill. You know what? Maybe he had... Never mind. Maybe something was on the courier that he could have sold, but yeah, very close to it. They needed 300 gold, and they're not stopping. They probably think that he has it, but we'll poke and see what happens.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you expect it at this point. These sights of ice, the catches from the Mars, vitally important in this game for Yellow Submarine to find these little victories in the team fight. 30 seconds now for the Void. This could be mega creeps. King gonna walk through the minefield.
This
Straight
is
towards the melee barracks, and 1 hit on the ranged.
This is Megas. You're now playing against Mega Creeps. Roshan just respawned on Radiant side and will stay there for quite some time. So they could go for it. 4 buybacks. Any hero you kill will not have it for the next fight. Except Faceless Void.
Look at that graph. Straight
graph
back
is
up
wild.
to... Hop, skip, and jumping all around. And we still have this potential, you know, Klee, yes, 4 buybacks used up. But this Chrono Cataclysm combo available to them. Could absolutely take out Yellow Submarine. Roshan scouted by a raise. And Klee are coming down here. 54 minutes in. Morphling now, I think, is completely slotted, right? It's owned by Aghanim Scepter, Blessing, upgrading everything.
Moonshard, that's it. That's the only thing you can buy right now.
Ah, right, yeah. That's the one. I see Morphling toggling this alt cast on the Aghanim Scepter morph. They're going to create an illusion of the Faceless Void?
Probably, because you can have time dilation, so that's always going to be good. Time walk, be very annoying. You don't get the ulti, but let's see. 20 seconds for Roche. Klee, they need to do something. They have no buybacks. Faceless Void finally found enough gold to have his, and they're gonna start it. And this Roshan dies so quickly. Big
Radiant scan. Doesn't turn red. Oh, it does turn red at the final second there. They know the Dire are coming and nearby. Morphling Aegis. King in Faceless Void form for a couple of seconds. Okay, reverse time walk back out. Break vision and see them coming. But Klee have to come back and defend. Mid lane, top lane, approaching quickly to the base.
It's time to go. It's time to go get 1 pick off. Mars has Refresher, has Sight of Wise. Needs 1, like literally 2 CS for level 25.
And for buyback as well. 80 gold away. Vengeful Spirit. Trying to walk through the barrier. Gets a little stuck there. Doesn't have his Metro card to get through the turnstile.
I want to see what Mars picks up on level 25. Are Arena of Blood, it's quite a lot of region with 2. And you know that they don't have any buybacks, but, you know, I was thinking maybe. Usually people do pick up God's Rebuke for the damage. Uh-oh, Tommy. Just got lassoed.
And the hexes, and the spear, and the chain stuns with the refresher,
another
the
arena.
and the kill. He's dead, but with buyback. Can return. The Techie's not going to be so lucky, though. 2 minutes gone, no Lil available. Klee, they have Kami back in fighting shape. He returns to the battlefield and Chronos 2 cores. The Cataclysm's coming, aiming for the morph. The swap is there, though the Venge gets him out of danger, so King can return to the back lines and slay another. Refresher up from Young G, trying to tornado and push them back. Oh, this Mars zoning Kami out completely. BKB'd up, Venge the next target. They're pushing him around, and in comes the rolling Pango. The swashbuckler has arrived, getting on top of the Faceless Void, killing off this poor guy. Kami just chain disabled for days. Does get the time walk back towards tier 4s, but another crash, another waveform. Morphling and Mars back in on top of them, and this Faceless Void out of mana, turned to a piggy, but gets the fountain. He's still up and running, but now you're looking down the barrel of a 5-man shotgun. Yellow Submarine have everyone alive.
They can't do it. They don't have enough damage. They were relying on Cataclysm plus Chronosphere, and that's on cooldown. That's their last glyph as well. Trying to buy some time. King has Satanic available. Another lasso. Backtrack's doing a lot of work, but yeah, he goes down.
That's got to be it now. Game called. Cataclysm lands in the final move, but King on his Morphling, forcing the GGs out of Klee. 18-3-7. This is why you ban Morphling against this fella.
Whew. Very close game. Close series. I thought that Klee, that they have it. Once they started to come back with some nice big ultis like Chronosphere into Cataclysm.